Hello, this is the pilot episode. If you hear anything you like, please let me know. If you hear anything you don't like, please let me know. I would love to hear suggestions. Thank you. Felicific, relating to or promoting increased happiness. Hello, listeners. This is a weekly news podcast dedicated to all the good things going on in the world. Because with the amount of information overload we receive every day and the year that was 2020, it's nice to hear about some good things going on. Here is this week's news. A bill in Iran that women's rights activists have been fighting for against gender-based violence for 16 years is finally starting to gain some good momentum. The bill defines violence as any behavior inflicted on women due to sexuality, vulnerable position, or type of relationship, and inflicts harm to their body, psyche, personality, and dignity, or restricts or deprives them of legal rights and freedoms. Before it can be officially passed, the Parliament must review and approve it, and then from there it will go to the Guardian Council, which is made up of jurists and religious experts. The bill includes various guidelines for holding government organizations accountable. The legislation requires the judiciary to allocate resources to support violence survivors and educate judges and other judiciary staff on violent issues. The judiciary is also advised to launch a fund to support violence survivors and imprison women. Another part of the bill encourages more broadcast programs that promote supporting women and preventing violence against them. Margarita Montanez is a grandmother of 12 and recently spent almost a month in Cedars-Sinai Hospital in LA due to COVID, along with several days in the ICU. Because of the wonderful care she received, after she was discharged, she made over 800 tamales for the doctors and nurses. In total, it took her 5 days. The new mRNA technology used in the COVID-19 vaccine is being applied to multiple sclerosis. Oh boy, that was wrong. Multiple sclerosis. I'm sorry. Due to the delivery efficiency of it. And the vaccine has already been tested on mice and is showing impressive progress. The results were published in the Journal of Science this month. A man from Seattle, Jonathan Sandals, has built an internet extension to fight against Amazon, and it helps you find products from small businesses instead. It's called Sook, S-O-O-K, and can be applied to Google Chrome. It finds many product listings from small businesses, aggregates it all together, and makes it an easier way to shop. 2 cherry blossom trees were destroyed outside of the Japanese Cultural and Community Center of Northern California in San Francisco. In order to help with replanting, the executive director, Paul Osaki, set up a GoFundMe with a goal of $5,000, and within 4 days had already received $30,000. Many of which he guesses probably come from people that don't even know of the center or have even been by there. Natsurashi Maritza, forgive me if I'm saying that wrong, is a 17-year-old from Zimbabwe who is teaching Taekwondo to young girls being forced into child marriages. Although child marriage is illegal, it still persists on due to family, tradition, and poverty, along with other factors. According to United Nations Children's Fund, 30% of girls are still married before the age of 18. Natsurashi has been learning the martial arts since she was 5 and started teaching others in 2016. Her class was set up to empower girls in the country and educate them on the dangers of child marriage, as well as being a safe space for the girls. She said, "From being hopeless, the young mothers feel empowered, being able to use their stories to dissuade other girls from falling into the same trap." January is commonly known as Dry January, So for this week's Charity Spotlight, we're looking at the Amy Winehouse Foundation. And from their website, their mission statement says that they aim to help thousands of children and young people to feel supported, informed, and inspired. We build their self-esteem, help them make better choices about drugs and alcohol, and enable them to reach their full potential. For this next segment, I would love to start sharing listener stories about good news going on in your life, whether it's about getting a brand new pet or you're getting your bachelor's degree. I'd love to hear them and be able to share them with everyone else. If you have a story you would want to share, please head on over to the official Tumblr to submit something. Thank you for listening. You can find all the socials as well as links to the stories mentioned under the name Felicific News on Twitter, TikTok, and Tumblr. And please, if you have any suggestions or comments about the formatting, literally anything, I would love to hear it.